Okay, so I just decided to randomly vlog. I found myself to be a little more bored than normal. So I'm home by myself. My husband went out. Whew, thank you. He has been so great through this process, but he's also being a little overprotective, or shall I say, aka overbearing. I get it, I understand, and he just wants to do his best. So he won't let me touch anything, he won't let me do anything. We go through a bump in the car, and he's like, "That's too much." And he doesn't even, if he could have me on bed rest, he definitely would. So luckily luckily he went out and got a break, and he needs a break anyway. So he's been great throughout this process. I'm not complaining, but I am kind of. Aside from that, so when I get bored, my mind starts to race, and usually that's a bad thing for me. Like, I just start thinking everything, and then I start researching, and y'all know this is what I said I didn't want to do. But I had been looking up things, and I'm trying to stay away from crazy things. And so it had dawned on me that one of the ladies that I met during our monitoring cycle told me about my doctor, and that he basically performed a live IVF procedure on like the Today Show, or one of the major talk shows. And so I don't know why that just dawned on me, like, go look it up, I'm bored. So I went and looked up the procedure, and man, can I say I was moved. And I'm just like profoundly moved. And so just it's on YouTube, and so it goes through the process, and they talk about this couple, and I wasn't necessarily moved by the procedure, because I know the procedure, right? So I've seen, things about it, images, I've been talked through several times. So this wasn't what moved me. So if they were going to this background of the couple who basically they were doing the IVF with this couple, and they talked tell their history about their story. They had been trying to conceive for 9 years, and everybody has this story. So once you hear it, you're always moved by it, you're always empathetic to it. But you hear so many times, it's like, oh, it's not news to you. Like, I've seen several couples struggle now, now that I'm in this world. So it wasn't that, their history, that had moved me. It was, so they went through the process. So they did the egg retrieval, they did the fertilization of it, and they did the injection. And then this couple was talking, and so the lady, she was very, very positive. And so she was saying, like, I'm just thinking happy thoughts. I'm just very prayerful that this will happen. And she's like, and I'm thinking that we're gonna have twins. And that just dawned on me, and it was just something that just like profoundly spoke to me. And I just felt convicted, like the Lord just reassured me. And I don't know what it means 100%. And but what came to my head was power of the tongue, claim it. And that's I mean, like, my mind was racing. I started thinking about it. I started praying immediately, and I just claimed it. Like, I claimed them in advance for these blessings that he is going to bestow upon me and us and my family. And it just like hit me like from nowhere, and that's how Jesus does it sometimes. Yes. And I mean, like, for real though, y'all, it was like moving and just truly convicted. Like when God says something is gonna happen, say it. And power of the tongue, like that lady said, speak positive. And I was just thinking, claim this, girl. Stop letting this fear hold you back from claiming what God is going to bless you with. And again, I don't fully know what it means, but I do know my blessing is on the way. And I do know God just spoke to me, and I do know, I believe. So I don't know, I just felt like I needed to record that. I don't come to y'all all the time with, these strong feelings, but when it hits you, I just feel like you have to share it. And I appreciate that message that God gave me. I appreciate the reassurance, the speaking of the tongue, the claiming it. And that's it. That's all. Bye.